I'm on a mission to build 12 passive income streams in 12 months this year. That's one passive income stream a month. This month, I'm taking on something I have thought about and learned about for years: low content books on Amazon via Kindle Direct Publishing. So, what is a low content book? In a nutshell, it's a book with no or low content. It can be just about anything. Think journals, planners, notebooks, coloring books, and the list goes on. In my full recap video at the end of this month, I'll share dozens of ideas that might inspire you, but today I just wanted to provide a quick mid-month update. I'm going to share my plan, explain how I landed on my low content book concepts, I'll share the resources I'm using to make my low content books for free, and I'll even show you my first low content book because it just arrived the other day. In terms of my plan this month, my goal is to create and publish 8 low content books, and so far, so good. I have finished 3 and they're already live on Amazon. What have I made and what else am I making? Well, in my research, I read it could be very difficult to break through the noise and get noticed among all the competition that there now is on Amazon for low content books. It seems making these was super popular 4 or 5 years ago. So a few blog posts actually recommended making content that's in line with your brand and or other books. Think supplemental material. With that in mind, I thought about my 3 self-published books. They are The Money Resolution, Money You Can Hack It, and Save Half, Retire Fast. My first 2 books actually contain 101 tips and challenges. There's even a handy one-sheet checklist summary at the very end of each book. Remembering that, it actually gave me an idea. I decided to take that tip list for each book and turn it into a companion notebook. The idea is to give readers of the book a space to take notes, write down ideas, document their personal finance journey, and check off their accomplishments. So to create these, I decided to put 3 tips on each page with room to write below each, plus a blank notes page on the left side for extra writing space. I used Canva to create the PDF pages and even took advantage of an offer to upgrade to Canva Pro at no charge for 30 days. This gave me more template options, easy resizing, and better exporting options that are great for printing. The nice thing is, once I made one of these 75-page notebooks, I was able to duplicate it and quickly edit the 101 tips with minimal work to make the second notebook. Making the notebook covers was a little more challenging, but still not that difficult. I wanted to keep these free to make, so I committed to making the covers myself, also in Canva. I came across an old book cover template I had experimented with in the past when I was providing inspiration to my book cover designer and just decided to roll with it. My goal was to give these low content books a notebook feel, so I kept the cover mostly white with just a little bit of texture in the background. And looking at my size options in KDP, I decided to go with 8.5 by 11 inches. That's the size of a printer piece of paper, and it felt like a notebook size to me. Although seeing it, I probably could have gone a little bit smaller, as you'll see in a moment. Once done, I needed to easily resize my cover to meet the exact requirements KDP provides, and I quickly pulled together a summary for the back of the book, and presto, done. Both of my notebooks look similar overall, with subtle nods to the main book on the front, like color and font location. All told, I probably spent around 3 to 4 hours making my first notebook, and the second notebook only took me about 90 minutes of work to get done because I use the exact same templates. I spent 30 minutes on the interior, 30 on the exterior, and 30 minutes uploading to KDP. The third notebook I completed is the one that I'm going to share and show you. It's a companion workbook for my online course, Save Money Resolution. I remembered that my course has 15 pages that come with it digitally as a workbook, but I figured there might be some people out there that would be willing to pay just a few bucks to have it all printed for them in a nice bound package. So let me show you. This is Save Money Resolution workbook, and it is not for resale. This is an author copy, and the book you see here is only 35 pages. It's 15 pages of content, 15 blank pages for notes, and a space in the beginning to save 25% on my course with a code. And this actually does show up on the Look Inside feature on Amazon, and yes, that was intentional. But overall, I am super happy with how it turned out. It's a little bit big, and the font size is honestly a little bit big as well, but I don't plan to change it after seeing it. The quality is great. I went with black ink on white pages and matte for the cover finish instead of glossy. And the pages really do have a nice thickness to them, so it doesn't feel cheap at all. It's sort of hard to show the quality on camera, but Amazon does a great job with their Kindle Direct publishing program. The colors look really good and vibrant. The printing is really fast. And the only downside that I can really share is that the printing costs are going up. I think it's on June 20th. So that is going to eat into any royalties for these low content books, but also all books for self-published authors like myself, unfortunately. Anyway, when I showed this notebook to my wife, she was pretty impressed, especially for something that I just threw together. She said it looked exactly like a workbook that you'd see in school for a class or a course. Anyway, next up for me is to make a notebook for my latest book, Save Half, Retire Fast. Then I need to figure out what to do after that. I want to stay in the personal finance space, at least tangentially. So for example, I might make a monthly budget planner, a password book organizer, a spending tracker, a vision board book, a side hustle income tracker, or even a bucket list notebook. Let me know if you have any good ideas for me to make next. So far, I totally recommend this side hustle because there's a ton of ideas and opportunities, and you really could create and publish 2 or 3 of these in a single day if you're committed. But you do need to be creative and have some basic SEO knowledge so that you can stand out from the crowd and show up in search results on Amazon. Don't get your expectations too high though in terms of revenue. It's a volume play, and there are people out there that have published hundreds of these no or low content books and sell just a few copies a day. But I also do know someone personally that has done this and is pulling in thousands or more some months passively. So that is definitely possible as well. If you're curious about my results, subscribe to see what happens next. I'll link to my Amazon author profile in the description down below in case you want to check out everything that I'm making. And again, in my full 30-day recap video in a couple of weeks, I'm going to share a long list of ideas that you can steal, and I'll hopefully have a lot more to show and tell with more tips to really help you out. Last month, I took on making an audiobook, and I'm happy to share that it's now live on Amazon for my 3rd book, Save Half, Retire Fast. I gave away 2 copies to these 2 winners on screen via the comments in my last video, and I decided to give away another one today. To enter to win a copy of my audiobook narrated by yours truly, all you have to do is leave a comment on this video. Any comment will do, but I do get most excited about questions, virtual high fives, something that you learned today, or share what you're working on or thinking about doing next. If you want to see how my last month 30-day passive income project went, check out this video next. It details how I recorded that 7-hour audiobook with tips including how you can earn passive income with your voice even without your own book. Otherwise, thanks for watching, especially to the end. My name is Frankie, and I hope to see you there or on the next one. Thanks.